What's going on, guys? Today we are checking out Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. This is a spin-off of the franchise. It's a 3-on-3 multiplayer shooter. There's been not a lot of hype for this game, and it seems like Capcom's just trying to bury it. A lot of the previews leading up to it have been negative. I still had hope, though, because I think you could really make a good multiplayer shooter where you're fighting another team and also the zombies around you. But let's see how it turned out. So this game starts at $30. You have the option to buy a $40 version if you want to get a few extra skins and weapons unlocked early. This is a multiplayer focused game. There is a single player mode called The Experiment, but it's basically just like you playing on maps full of zombies and kind of learning the mechanics of the different game modes you can play in. It's pretty tedious, boring, not fun. The AI is really crappy. And there's just no real reason that you'd want to keep playing it other than getting a trophy for beating all the levels in it. So do not go into this game expecting a single-player campaign or story or even something that's going to keep your attention for a while. If you're buying this, know that you're buying it to play online against other people. Now, when a game is a multiplayer-focused shooter, it better have a good multiplayer mode. Unfortunately, Umbrella Corps doesn't really. You have the option of playing either One Life mode or multi-mission mode. One Life mode's basically a 3-on-3 team deathmatch. You get one life and your goal is just to eliminate the enemy team. Simple enough. Multi-mission mode has you playing 3-on-3 against another team, and you have to win 3 rounds. Each round has a different objective, such as capturing a point, collecting a bunch of briefcases on a map, just a little team deathmatch round, or something like Kill Confirmed, where you have to pick up something the enemy players drop. And all these modes you play with zombies everywhere. Now, one of the cool things the game does do is your character has something called a zombie jammer, which I'm not sure how it works, but whatever. But when you start, the zombies ignore you, but when you get shot, other players can destroy your zombie jammer, and then everything just starts swarming at you. So they may not kill you, but then you're going to have to just be sprinting around the map, trying to avoid zombies. You can repair it eventually, but it doesn't often happen. You usually die first. There's also a cover mechanic in this game, but I don't really like it. It's too random, and when you do get in cover, it's too hard to get out of cover. Instead of being able to just pull away from the wall and get out, you actually have to hit another button and do it. And I feel like we've gotten past the point of knowing what good cover controls are, and these just aren't them. They feel like they're a few years too late. The camera position in this game is also going to bother some people. As you can see, it is right on your shoulder. So you really just have a third of the screen that's your body. You can't even see anything through it. You do have the option to switch the shoulder the camera's on, but again, it still has the same problem, but there's just more of your body on the other side. I'm not quite sure why they made it so close, maybe to give it a more tactical and personal feel, but it just doesn't look right or play right, and it just takes up too much of the screen. I also wish there was the option for when you aim down sights to stay in the third-person mode and zoom in a little, like most games, instead of just having to go into the first-person view every time. The first few times you do it, it's a little jarring. You get used to it eventually, but I really do wish there was an option just to stay in third person. Movement in the game doesn't feel really good either. It just feels like you're kind of sliding along on the ground. It's not like you're running or walking. And it's the same when you crouch and crawl. It just feels like you're on a sheet of ice, just sliding forward, backwards, side to side. It's very strange looking and feeling. And when you sprint around the map, you often get caught on a lot of corners or pieces of the map. And instead of your character just kind of brushing off them and running around it, you just get stuck there and you have to stop running, move to the side a little, then keep running. Again, it feels very dated, like this was made 10 years ago. The gunplay is perfectly serviceable. It feels good to shoot the guns. They all feel pretty balanced. However, the melee system in the game almost completely breaks it. You basically have a axe or whatever you select that you can just sprint around with, and a little cone in front of you will appear. It goes probably 5-6 meters in front of you. If anyone's in that range, even a player, you get an automatic insta-kill. You just lunge towards them and kill them. And this can be insanely frustrating when players just run around these small maps and just get an instant kill on you for no reason. It's truly the most powerful weapon in the game that everyone has, and it really just ruins the feel of it trying to be a tactical third-person shooter. I've been in matches where entire enemy teams just use that tactic and run around. And even worse, when you do that, you have some armor on one of your arms that you hold up in front of your head and upper torso, so if a player's shooting at you, it doesn't hit you for a while, giving you more time to get in that distance to do your lunge attack. I really can't say enough how frustrating it is when that is all the entire enemy team does. So you'd think for a franchise that's had zombies in it for every single game, or whatever they like to call them, that the zombies would be good and cool. But they're not really. They're just kind of dumb, and their animations are horrible. Sometimes when you die, they'll just kind of like attack a wall, or they'll be chasing you and you'll drop off a ledge and they'll just be stuck there. Like, they won't come off the ledge. It'll be like they're stuck in an animation. There's a lot of glitched animations in this game, a lot of bad collision detection, and it really just seems like a mess that isn't finished right now. So the gameplay, not the best. But what does it have to keep you coming back to the game? Well, you can level up weapons, get new attachments. There are customization options for your character. You unlock new armors, new colors to make your armor, emblems that you can put all over your armor, patches for your jammer pack. But it has no real effect on the game. You do unlock weapons as you level up too, and it will give a slight advantage to players that are higher level, but it's nothing game-breaking, since they're probably all just running around with their melee weapon. The matches are also player-hosted, and I'm not sure how it determines which region you're in. I've had some really bad matches, lag-wise, and then some that have been fine, so it seems a little sporadic. It's not a very good system, though, especially for such a fast-paced shooter like this one. So overall, Umbrella Corps is a pretty big disappointment. Now, I didn't go in with high expectations at all. I just wanted a fun 3v3 shooter that had zombies in it. And this seemed like it could have been the perfect thing, and I think there are the bones of a good game in here, but unfortunately, it's not this game right now. I do hope that Capcom continues to release some patches, listen to player feedback, and make some improvements to the game. Unfortunately, since it is a game that relies on multiplayer, I'm not sure the player base is going to be there. I already have trouble getting into full matches. Sometimes you have to wait a few minutes for it to fill up with just 6 players, which seems crazy. So in a month or two, who knows what the population's going to be like. And the price tag is way too high. There's only 5 or 6 maps in this game, and while there's some free ones coming, they're not really varied at all. They are locations from previous Resident Evil games, such as Raccoon City, the village from Resident Evil 5, the village from Resident Evil 4, so there's some cool things in there, but again, there's just not a lot of content for $30. At most, this would be a $15 game. Probably should be closer to the $10 range. And you can actually buy Resident Evil 6, soon Resident Evil 5, and later Resident Evil 4 for only $20, and you'll get way more playtime out of those games, and they're much better games. I'd much rather be playing Mercenaries mode in Resident Evil 5 or 6, or even 4, if they have that on the newer version, than spending more time with this right now, which is unfortunate. So right now, I'm going to say skip Umbrella Corps. Go play Resident Evil 5 Remaster, Resident Evil 6 Remaster, and later the Resident Evil 4 Remaster. They're all cheaper than this game, and you're going to get a lot more playtime and enjoyment out of it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you enjoying Umbrella Corps? Did you know it was going to suck and have no interest in it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more gameplay and reviews. And I'll see you guys on the next one.